Admiral Arleigh Burke and Dr. David Abshar founded the Center for Strategic and International Studies in 1962. Our first home was Georgetown University, but we soon outgrew our campus offices, moving to downtown Washington. When Dr. Abshar was called by President Nixon to serve as Assistant Secretary of State in 1970, Ambassador John Steeves became our president. With his business acumen, he invigorated our finances and moved the center to its current building on K Street. Admiral Burke persuaded Dr. Abshar to return to the center, further broadening the foundation for the global prestige the center enjoys today. With Abshar back at the helm, bipartisanship became a main focus for CSIS. Lending support for the concept of crossing the aisle, Senators Hubert Humphrey and William Brock hosted the first CSIS quadrangular conference on trade, energy, and security. The center's reputation grew further when industrialists and environmentalists together hammered out a policy framework on coal, an effort that received special recognition in Fortune magazine. From there, we became really innovative, partnering with Hanna-Barbera cartoons to teach America's children about the energy crisis of the early 1970s.
Fred, are you at that again?
Yeah, I sure am. I found it, Wilma.
Found what?
I found the secret. I found the secret in these black rocks.
With Dr. Abshar's vision, the center established its first endowed chairs, the Japan Chair, the Scholl Chair in International Business, and the Simon Chair in Political Economy. Today, CSIS has 10 chairs, thanks to supporters like Ramesh Wadhwani, Lavrentiadis, and Chong Moon Lee. We also welcomed Henry Kissinger, Jim Schlesinger, and Zbig Brzezinski as the center's first counselors. Once again, our West Pointer, Dave Abshar, was called to public office, this time on President Reagan's team. He passed the baton to the center's Chief Operations Officer, General Amos Joe Jordan, as our third president. During the late 80s, our revered chairwoman, Ambassador Anne Armstrong, expanded the center's international reach and continued to build our reputation for independence and bipartisanship. Under Ambassador Armstrong, we extended our reach in Asia, welcoming Hawaii's Pacific Forum to the center. 23 years later, Jim Kelly and Ralph Casa continued to bring together strong minds and visionary leaders from around the Pacific Rim. Senators Sam Nunn and Pete Domenici, relying on the wisdom of Dr. Charlie Sanders, brought into sharp focus the nation's fiscal challenges with the Strengthening of America Commission. In 1999, Ambassador Richard Fairbanks became the fourth president of CSIS. Building on the foundation laid by his predecessors, he kept CSIS on its course and speed during a time of transition. In the same year, Senator Nunn was elected chairman of the board. Drawing on his long and diversified career in leadership roles, he was eminently qualified to bring the center into the 21st century. After serving in the challenging position of Deputy Secretary of Defense, John Hamre assumed the presidency, marking the new millennium. In the last 10 years, Dr. Hamre has engineered a period of phenomenal growth at CSIS. Currently, we host more than 1,600 events each year. Every day, we welcome hundreds of visitors through our doors. All of these interactions enrich the dialogue in Washington and add up to a powerful impact on public policy at home and abroad. In the last decade, Dr. Abshar and Kazuo Inamori founded a leadership academy to guide the coming generation of policymakers. Senator Bill Frist led a bipartisan task force on HIV/AIDS with the generous support of Don and Katie Marin. Their projects helped inform the principles behind PEPFAR. Ambassadors George Argyros and Felix Royalton helped modernize American diplomacy, working closely with Henrietta Holzman Ford, then serving as Undersecretary of State. Linda and Mitch Hart helped give our bright young professionals a chance to learn directly from world leaders. General Jim Jones, at a critical juncture during the Iraq War, brought together a distinguished group of retired military under the auspices of CSIS to do an independent assessment of the battlefield situation and the future role of the Iraq security forces. Richard Armitage and Joseph Nye integrated our use of hard and soft power, launching the concept of smart power. Neville Isdell brought into sharper focus the challenge of the looming scarcity of our life-giving resource, water. Helene Gayle helped improve America's global health strategy. Hank Greenberg, Senator Bill Cohen, and Carla Hills invigorated our commitment to Southeast Asia and ASEAN. Now we embark on a new era at CSIS, and together we build on the last decade of remarkable progress. The Center will continue to go forward, shaping policy both at home and abroad, with the dynamic leadership of Dr. Hamre, the strength of our scholars and staff, and with the vision of our eminent Board of Trustees. We draw wisdom from public servants like General Brent Scowcroft and Secretary Harold Brown. We seek guidance from innovative private sector leaders like John Hess, Muhtar Kent, and Rex Tillerson. We rely on the advice of our committee chairs like Michael Galvin, Fred Whittemore, Ben Heineman, and Linda Hart. We depend on the support of our hard-working committee members, people like James Bell, Ken Langone, and David Rubenstein. And daily we broaden our perspective by engaging international leaders like Andreas Dracopoulos and Carlos Bulgaroni. As we move towards the half-century mark, CSIS is at the ready for a state-of-the-art headquarters. Fred Whittemore and the late Bill Schreier drafted the blueprints. And now, joined by each of you, Dr. Hamre will turn on the lights. Welcome to 1616 Rhode Island Avenue.